Do you like to dig in the dirt for worms? Worms make the W sound, the W sound. Today we're going to be reading a story about Willy the Worm. But before we start, I want to talk a little bit about rules for discussion. Discussion is when you talk with one or a group of people. When you have a discussion, it's important to be a good listener. How can you be a good listener? You look at the person who's talking, you listen with your ears, and you're very quiet. When you have a discussion, make sure you're taking turns. You don't want to talk the whole time, but you also should share your opinion and ideas. All right, are you ready to read the next story? First, let's start by looking at the alphabet. Okay, can you find the letter W? Point to it. Did you find it here? What's the difference between a W and an M? In an M, the lines point down. In a W, the lines point up. Do you see the worm? That's right, we're going to read about Willy the Worm. Read along with me. Willy the Worm. Willy is a worm. Willy is wet. The worm is wild. Willy is warm. Willy the Worm is wise. Let's look at this last page. How many W's do you see? 1, 2, 3. 3 W's. Now that we read about Willy the Worm, I want you to think about a few things. What is Willy? Willy's a worm. Can you go like this? Worm, good job. Where is Willy? Willy was in a hole, and he was warm in that hole. What does Willy like to do? In the last picture, we saw Willy reading a book. I think Willy likes to read. What do you think? Now I want you to think to yourself, what are some other words that start with W? I'm going to give you a few, and then I want you to think on your own. I'll say the word first, and you repeat after me. Worm. Witch. Wagon. Wing. Now it's your turn. Take a pencil or crayons and draw a few words you know that start with the letter W. W. Great work, and I'll see you at the next lesson.